damn it! What's the problem now?
I'm getting weird temperature readings. I think the Animus is overheating.
Christ, it's always something! How long?
Too soon to tell.
These delays are unacceptable, Miss Stillman. I want progress reports every hour.
It's gonna be a while, Desmond. Why don't you go lie down or something? Get some rest.
Hello everyone and welcome, my name is Andrew Can, together WeKanGame. In the last episode, we assassinated our target, but in this episode, there seems to be a problem with the Animus. Lucy is very confused, doesn't know what's happening. Warren, very pissed, but let's figure out if we can get anything out of Lucy, see if she knows anything.
Why is he always yelling at you? It's his machine.
His theories. He's not the one who built it.
Who did? You?
No. Abstergo has a team of engineers. Not much they don't have. But I did oversee the assembly. Guess that's why he gets so angry with me.
He's a dick.
He's under a lot of pressure. We all are.
Can't believe you're defending the guy.
Warren saved my life, so if he wants to yell a little, let him.
Learn a little bit more about Lucy and Warren's relationship there. So let's see if we get anything else out of her.
What do you mean he saved your life?
You're not the only one who doesn't get to go home at night.
Wait, are you saying you're a prisoner?
When they first approached me, I was finishing up my PhD. The university had made it clear I had no future there. They didn't like the subject of my doctorate, called it pseudoscience. Said keeping me on would discredit and embarrass them. It was the same everywhere. Other universities, companies I interviewed with. Pretty soon I was out of money and out of time. I was this close to waiting tables. Then I got a letter.
From Vidic?
He said he'd been following my career since undergrad, that he believed in my work and wanted to meet to discuss my future. You have no idea how good it felt to hear that. So I met with him. What did I have to lose?
And he offered you a job.
Yes, here at Abstergo, helping out on the Animus project. I'd have a chance to test my theories and prove the professors wrong. How could I turn that down?
Think I'm missing the part where you became a prisoner.
Sometimes I wonder if they weren't behind it all. If they manipulated events so that I'd get desperate. They can do that. They can do anything. I didn't think when I agreed to come here. They even told me I'd be trapped. For 6 months, a year max. Once the product launched, there'd be no need for secrecy anymore. But until then, I'd be a guest of the company. At least, that's what they said.
And when the Animus was ready?
They came in while I was sleeping. 3 guys. Guns. They dragged me out of bed. God. The worst part is I knew them. One guy, Richard, we ate lunch together sometimes. And now he was gonna... They were cracking jokes. I tried to pull away. He hit me. And that's when he told me I was going to die.
Christ, what did you do?
Nothing. I kept telling myself it wasn't real. And then Warren was there, shouting at them to get away from me. And they listened.
Jesus.
He's not a happy man, Desmond. I wouldn't even say he's a good man, but he saved my life. They never came for me again. And he promised they never would.
You're still stuck here working for these nut jobs.
But I'm alive. Anyway, I really do need to get the Animus repaired. I'll see you tomorrow, Desmond.
And with that, we learn a little bit more about Lucy and Warren's relationship. We figure out how she basically got here. What she was saying was no one really supported her line of work. No one believed in what she did, and then Warren, out of nowhere, messaged her. Basically, Warren, Vidic, and Abstergo have the power to basically alter and change the people's futures in this universe. So when Lucy first started here, she knew she was going to be in this position. This is something she was all aware of. She just didn't know the extent of which she'd be here. It's kind of a sad realization, and it's kind of one of those things where it makes you wonder, you know, I don't know, will I be okay once I graduate? Will I be able to do what I need to? And would you go to such lengths to prove what you believe in? And really, that's why she's here. Well, at least that's what she says.
Aren't you tired?
A little hint to go back to our room. So that really gives us a very good bit of a little bit more about Lucy. We're learning more and more about the characters in the overworld, as I'll call this, if that makes any sense.
What the hell? Someone's been in here.
And thus we notice someone's been in my room. Don't want to go to the bed just yet. Let's see what's in our clothes. I like how it's all white. Let's see what this is.
Some kind of access code.
Aha, some kind of access code, it appears. Wonder who would have left that in here. Also notice the towels and such. Not really anything in the bathroom, just same as before. So let's see what this access code can do. And let's go over here, have a little bit of fun. And here we are. For the first time, we can actually explore and freely roam this area without the interference of Lucy or Warren. Give us a little bit of new things to check out. I believe we can, for the first time, check Warren's PC, so let me head over here. See his desk, so let's interact with this, see if we can get in his stuff. No, we don't have his information just yet. I forgot. We're going to have to wait a little bit longer to learn a little bit more about Warren. So let's see what Lucy has been up to. We read her messages a couple of times last time, so let's give this a look, a little read, if we shall. Entering the password, whatever this may be. Welcome, Lucy. Oh, my bad. Gonna have to wait a little bit. Patience is important. Aha, so we have new things. We've read your pen. Classified info, I believe, is just saying this is... Yeah, we've read this as well. Nancy Nylup. Case file number 1394. Let's read this. Miss Stillman, I'm sorry, but I am not authorized to discuss this employee or the circumstance regarding her departure from the company. Basically, Lucy was trying to figure about Layla, because, if you remember in the last episode, Warren said, do you want to end up like Layla? She has no idea what happened. So she is verified dead. The coroner's office, as we read here, the coroner's office indicated that her file had been sealed. If it was a suicide, why is this information considered so sensitive? Lucy's basically kind of fearing for her life. I mean, Vidic isn't exactly, you know, the best in here. And as we see here, Vidic found out. He wasn't too happy. So let's read Vidic's response here. She killed herself. Something about a relationship with a kid named Newman. Don't dip your pen in company ink. Now drop it. A little bit of Warren Vidic knowledge for you. Vidic, very unpleased with Miss Stillman. Let's get a good look at her picture. But that's really it. There's nothing much more here. So what I'm going to just do really fast is, I think, I'm not positive we can go in here, but it might work. There is another access panel, so... No, we can't enter here. Worth a shot. Let us go back into our room. There's really not much more we can do out here. We got basically what we wanted to find out, which is a little bit about Layla, the girl before Lucy, as we saw, died in 2007, around when this game was first published. So let us sleep. More mysterious writing.
Rise and shine. We've got quite a day ahead of us.
You're in a good mood this morning.
Miss Stillman has made some modifications to the Animus. You should be able to remain inside even longer now.
And help you with your treasure hunt.
This is serious business, Mr. Miles. I don't think you fully appreciate the work that Abstergo does.
Maybe because I don't actually know what you people do.
We change the world. Every day, in 100 different ways. Did you know that nearly every single breakthrough of the past millennia, be it medical, mechanical, or philosophical, has come from Abstergo or its predecessors?
That's a bold claim, Doc. Think you might be exaggerating a bit?
Not in the slightest. Oh, we certainly don't take the credit. That would arouse far too much suspicion. We choose our beneficiaries with great care.
Why?
Isn't it obvious? It means we're in control.
But how? What makes you guys so special, so smart? That you happen to invent all these things while us mere mortals stumble around like idiots?
To be fair, we don't invent them. We find them.
Find them?
They're gifts, Mr. Miles, from those who came before. We'll have to continue this discussion later. Time's wasting.
Learn a little bit more about Vidic's ideas and philosophies of Abstergo. We get to see Desmond kind of stretching, confused. Abstergo, like I mentioned in previous things, questionable company, to say the least. But I want to see if we have any dialogue options with Warren. He seems to be in a very happy mood this morning, mostly because the Animus will hopefully keep going on track. So let's see what we can talk to Warren about. Well then, can't really talk to Warren about anything, but we do now have his access pen. Little bit of interesting information. So let us go back into the Animus, unless Lucy has something to say.
Lie down, Desmond.
Nope, she only is going to tell us to lie down. We get a little bit of what she's typing. Let us enter the Animus. Debbie, I'm home. And we have the familiar face. So here's the previous memories. We're memory block 4 now. And let's get this started.
Ready to get to work, Desmond?
Yes, we are.
Take your time. When moving slowly, you reduce your chances of attracting unwanted attention.
Come in, Altair. You've done well. 3 of the 9 lay dead, and for this you have my thanks. But do not think to rest upon your laurels. Your work has just begun.
I am yours to command, Master.
King Richard, emboldened by his victory at Acre, prepares to move south towards Jerusalem. Salah-ad-Din is surely aware of this, and so he gathers his men before the broken citadel of Arsuf.
Would you have me kill them both, then? End their war before it begins in earnest?
No. To do so would scatter their forces and subject the realm to the bloodlust of 10,000 aimless warriors. It will be many days before they meet, and while they march, they do not fight. You must concern yourself with a more immediate threat. The men who pretend to govern in their absence.
Give me names and I'll give you blood.
So I will. Abun Nukud, the wealthiest man in Damascus. Majduddin, regent of Jerusalem. William of Montferrat, liege lord of Acre.
What are their crimes?
Greed, arrogance, the slaughter of innocents. Walk amongst the people of their cities. You'll learn the secrets of their sins. Do not doubt that these men are obstacles to the peace we seek.
Then they will die.
Another of your items is restored. Take it. See that it is put to good use. Return to me as each man falls, that we might better understand their intentions. And Altair, take care. Your recent work has likely attracted the attention of the city guard. They'll be more suspicious than they've been in the past.
And with that, another DNA synchronization augmented. We get new pieces of armor and new gloves. Basically, we now have the ability to ledge grab, grab break, and so much more. We really get the abilities of the assassin we've been missing. We're now rank 5, and we are officially the disciple rank. So, it says rank 4 memory, but trust me when I say this, we are rank 5. It says rank 4 due to an error. That's mostly because it didn't count back when we were rank novice, or starting out again. So let us learn some of these new moves, show them off the courtyard before we can actually make our way out.
Altair, it seems my students do not fully understand what it is to wield the blade. Perhaps you could show them what you know.
Of course, because we once were a master, it isn't very important that we make sure we show these novice assassins what to be done. Now, here's the best thing about having, if we get grabbed now, we can get out, which is one thing I've been missing so much. So we gotta let them grab us. Then we need to basically take advantage of their, in a sense, they're so confident they grabbed us, they're not worried about, you know, defending. They're too proud, if that makes sense. And with that, we've gotten a little bit more of what we had before. So, with that, we will be making our way to Damascus. From here, we now have the ability to fast travel, which is so nice. So let us go straight to Damascus. We have nothing else to do but to get started. We're gonna go to, I believe the Bureau would be the best. Actually, let me see. No, we need to go to the Bureau because I believe this is where, I'm not sure, I can't really remember if the Rafik is in one area of the city or if they're in multiple.
And break their line of sight.
Debbie giving us more advice. Now, let us see what is up. Like I said, it's been, I know a good bit, but it's been quite a while. Yes, I believe this is right. I think we just need to talk to the Rafik about, you know, our assignment.
Altair, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Whose life do you come to collect today?
His name is Abu Nakud. What can you tell me about him?
Oh, the merchant king of Damascus. Richest man in the city. Quite exciting, quite dangerous. I envy you, Altair. Well, not the bit where you were beaten and stripped of your rank, but I envy everything else. Oh, except for the terrible things the other assassins say about you. But yes, aside from the failure and the hatred, yes, aside from those things, I envy you very much.
I do not care what the others think or say. I'm here to do a job. So I ask again, what can you tell me about the Merchant King?
Only that he must be a very bad man if Al-Mualim has sent you to see him. He keeps to his own kind, wrapped in the finery of this city's noble district. A busy man, always up to something. I'm sure if you spend some time amongst his type, you'll learn all you need to know about him.
And where would you have me begin my search?
If I were you, I'd start with the Umayyad Mosque and Souk Saruja, both of which are west of here. Further to the northwest is Salahaddin Citadel. It's a popular meeting spot and has proved a reliable source of loose tongues in the past. Yes, these 3 places should serve your needs.
My thanks for your guidance, Rafik. I'll return when I've gathered the necessary information.
And with that, we can finally leave the Bureau, make our way through the city. Now, this point on, it's going to be a lot simpler just to get these recorded, get these out, mostly because we don't have to do so much fast traveling. I'm still going to take the liberty, save you all the turmoil of getting all the viewpoints, just because it doesn't add much to the story. A couple of people were like, why not show it? But I feel it does add because it shows me where I need to go, but for viewing purposes, it'd be very boring to have to sit there and watch basically me do something that's not required to progress the story. All it really does is make it easier for me. So I felt I would spare you, and I've explained this a few times, but you know, sometimes you gotta repeat, and I don't mind. So let's make our way here. Gonna use some free running. Now that we have the grab ability, it is going to be so much easier. I am so happy we finally have it. But we need to find a good opening to get here. Don't think this is going to be the right way, if I remember correctly. Now that we have the grab ability as well, that's going to be helpful. So we're going to scale this. Going to hopefully,
Die! It's again!
You're going to knock him off there. And let's get this viewpoint.
What happened here?
We are on the mosque here. It's a very beautiful mosque. I love the, just love the look of it. So let us make our way, climb this, get this viewpoint. We've got a lot of information in this episode. There's not a lot of action happening, but trust me, things are going to pick up. This episode was mostly about Desmond, because we often, well, at least me personally, I often forget the Desmond saga. It's not bad, but it's not my favorite. I do love the character of Desmond, I do love his story, and I think the story of Assassin's Creed 1 is very, very interesting. And I also think Altair is the most underappreciated assassin. But let us get this viewpoint. I just love that sound. I don't know, there's just something about it. Ha. 1 out of 10. And that'll be it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If you could be so kind and please leave a rating and or a comment, it really does help me out. Answer this question for me. What do you think about Altair? Do you think he's played up enough? Do you think he's talked about enough? Let me know in the comments below. I almost said the description. But again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something. But more importantly, I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.